There is a saying that goes something like this: the mind is a terrible thing to waste. That, without question, is true. But I think wasted purpose and potential are even more tragic than that. If you have ever questioned, why am I here? Why was I born? What is my potential? Then this video is for you. I encourage you to watch it to the end because I will be sharing a powerful key that will enable you to unlock your full potential. Before we go on, if this is your first time of coming across this channel, do well to subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell for uplifting contents like this. The tremendous potential you and I have been given is locked inside us, waiting for demands to be made on it. We have a responsibility to use what God stored in us for the benefit of the world. It is essential to know that what people see when they look at you is not who you really are. You can become much more than you are now. You are capable of more than others expect of you, even beyond your own most extravagant dreams. Everything worthwhile achieved by men is a dream come true, a goal reached. It has been said that what the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. The purpose of this video is to make you examine and challenge the limitations of your own self-imposed limits. My deepest desire is to release in you the courage to pursue the wealth of ability that lies deep within you, to tap the reserve of life yet unseen by your peers, and to provoke you to unbridle the silent wealth of power that is screaming for exposure. After you have finished watching this video, I encourage you to watch it again until the principles and truths it contains become a natural part of your thinking, and you come to the awareness that understanding and releasing your potential is simply becoming yourself as God, our Creator, originally intended. To begin to understand this subject of potential, we have to realize that it is the premise of every great accomplishment in life. So let's explore the keys to releasing our potential, unraveling the mystery that prevents us from fully embracing our higher self. When we think about the vast potential that resides in each of us, it is crucial to recognize the paradox intrinsic in the human condition. We, as individuals, are aware of our limitless capacities, but we often find ourselves trapped by fears and doubts that prevent us from fully manifesting this potential. Each one of us comes into this world with an assignment to fulfill. God commissions us to live for the following generations, something from which they can learn and be inspired. And it is also important to note that the price of greatness is responsibility. God has given us the ability to unravel the vast amount of potential that is locked within us. I think it was best expressed by Dr. Miles Monroe, who said that the graveyards are full of great men and women who never became great simply because they did not give their ability a responsibility. This untapped ability is called potential. Each one of us comes into this world pregnant with unlimited potential. We are capable of much more than we have already done. And unless we expose during the course of our lives all that God placed within us for the good of mankind, our potential will be aborted. As we explore the deeper levels of our journey of self-transformation, it is essential to examine the underlying causes that often leaves us stagnating, even when we are aware of our unlimited potential. The first cause that stands out is the benefit rooted in the comfort zone. The familiar, even if limiting, often seems safer than the unknown. Fear of what may reside outside our unusual circle can become an anchor that prevents us from taking higher flights. The comfort zone, with its seemingly welcoming walls, can become a place that keeps us on the margins of the vast ocean of possibilities that lies beyond. Many times, we become so accustomed to familiar limitations that the mere thought of exploring unknown lands envelop us in a haze of anxiety. But as hard as it is, I need to tell you something. The truth is, comfort is not always aligned with growth. Again, I repeat, comfort is not always aligned with growth. In fact, it is often in the search for the uncomfortable that we find the wonders of self-discovery. The unknown, although initially intimidating, is where the magic happens. It is in this space of uncertainty that we learn, grow, and expand the limits of what we thought was impossible. However, overcoming complacency in the comfort zone requires a significant dose of courage. It requires that we question the validity of the status quo, that we challenge ourselves to look beyond the familiar and to embrace the unknown with an open heart. And when we do this, we are effectively untying the chains that bind us to a stagnant existence, making room for the audacious exploration of our true potential. So remember that the comfort zone is a trap from which we can free ourselves. Another crucial aspect that can leave us stagnant is the influence of limiting beliefs, those ideas that we internalize about our own capabilities. We are often shaped by narratives that reinforce self-imposed limits, creating invisible barriers that prevent us from realizing our full potential. It is the internalized narratives, often shaped by past experiences or messages from the environment around us, that subtly define what we believe is possible. However, it is important to understand that these beliefs are reflections of a state of consciousness and, as such, can be transformed. The journey of self-transformation begins when we face these causes of stagnation head-on, when we challenge complacency and question the beliefs that restrict us. Each one of us is a complex fabric of stories, some written by ourselves, but many others imposed by external influences. Limiting beliefs are like invisible chains that, when left unquestioned, can restrict our potential and hinder the full expression of who we really are. It is crucial to understand that these beliefs are not unquestionable truths, but rather constructions of the mind shaped by subjective interpretations of the world. But when we recognize the influence of these beliefs, we take the first step toward destroying the shackles that they have placed around our true potential. The process of liberation can begin with honest self-analysis. So start by asking yourself, what stories do I tell myself about my abilities? Are these stories based on facts, or are they projections of past fears and doubts? Transformation can come when we actively challenge these limiting narratives. It is an act of bravery to challenge one's own ingrained perceptions. But it is only by doing so that we begin to recognize the vast territory of possibilities that stretches out before us. As I always say, we are the narrators of our own story, the co-creators of our own reality. So we can choose to rewrite the chapters of our lives. We can question self-imposed limitations and create a narrative that resonates with the deeper truth of who we are and what we can achieve. So remember, we are the conscious authors of our life. And when we recognize these two main causes that I have pointed out, we begin our internalized change, transforming the complacency of the comfort zone into courage and the limiting beliefs into an explosive vision of our own potential. This is the first step towards liberation from stagnation and ascension in the continuous search for the best version of ourselves. Now that we have explored the causes that keep us stuck, let's illuminate the path of possible solutions. In his book, Understanding Your Potential, Dr. Miles Monroe recently points out 6 keys to unleashing your full potential. 1. Know your source. 2. Understand your function. 3. Understand your purpose. 4. Understand your resources. 5. Maintaining the right environment. 6. The principle of work. Now that we have pointed out the keys to possible solutions, let's examine them one after the other. Key number 1. Know your source. No one knows a product like the manufacturer. By the same token, if you are going to maximize your full potential, you too must seek to understand the nature of God's original design for you. That understanding is not available to you unless you become reconnected with God. You must know your source if you want to experience a satisfying, abundant life. You cannot expose the gifts, talents, and natural abilities that God planted in you if you do not become reconnected with Him. All you do and are apart from God will always fall short of the true value and capacity of your potential. Consequently, fulfillment and value are impossible without God. Only by establishing a relationship with God can you hope to unlock His power within you. You must know your source to become your potential. This is the foundation key. Key number 2. Understand your function. An understanding of how you are designed to function is an important key to releasing your full potential. It is the driving force of every great achievement. It is the key that unlocks the door to a life of abundance and fulfillment. And we've said that the first key to releasing your full potential is to know your source. Therefore, the second key to releasing your full potential is knowing how God created you to function and applying that knowledge to your life. Key number 3. Understand your purpose. What is purpose? The great doctor who pointed out these keys to possible solutions defined purpose as the original intent of the manufacturer, clarity of intent, God's original intent for your life. Your purpose is that which you were created for. You cannot effectively release your full potential if you do not discover God's purpose for giving you life. Your potential and your purpose are perfectly related because God never requires you to do or be something that is not part of His purpose for your life. Your potential enables you to fulfill your purpose, and your purpose reveals the potential hidden within you. You are responsible for the release of your potential. Therefore, the release of your potential demands that you discover why God created you and manifest yourself to the world. Key number 4. Understand your resources. Provisions are given for the fulfillment of vision. Every builder, before he starts a project, both estimates what materials he will need to complete the job and determines what resources are available to him. God functions in a similar manner. As He forms and fashions each person for a specific purpose, He also provides the necessary resources to accomplish His plans. Resources cannot and should not be substituted for the source. Within each of us lies the resources that can enable us to become everything the Creator intended. The proper use of these resources releases potential, while the improper use of these resources kills potential. Question: do you know your resources? Share your thoughts in the comment section below if you know what I am talking about. You cannot fulfill your limitless potential unless you learn what resources you have and how God intended them to function and why He gave them to you. The effective use of your resources is the fourth key to releasing your potential. Key number 5. Maintaining the right environment. The fifth key to releasing your full potential is maintaining the right environment. All potential demands conditions conducive for the maximum fulfillment of purpose. Therefore, all life forms have ideal conditions in which they grow and flourish. Light that is constantly surrounded by darkness is in danger of losing its potency. Righteousness that repeatedly associates with wickedness may in time be tarnished. The Apostle Paul, picking up on this, eloquently declares, "Do not be deceived. Bad company corrupts good character." 1 Corinthians 15:33. You cannot consistently spend time with ungodly people or be surrounded by unrighteous conduct and maintain your fellowship with God. Your fellowship with God and obedience to His laws and commandments are essential ingredients of your ideal environment. Life outside that environment will ruin your potential because a wrong environment always denotes death. Creating and sustaining a God-centered environment is as important for your growth and maximum living. Maintaining your ideal environment is the fifth key to releasing your full potential. The last key is what Dr. Miles Monroe calls labor, or you can call it the master key. The release of your potential demands that you accept the responsibility to work. Dreams without work accomplishes nothing. Work releases potential and empowers success. Laziness, which is the absence of work, kills potential and sacrifices possibilities. You also need to work out your potential. Potential is always present, waiting to be exposed. Demand must be made on potential if it is to be released. God's purpose for giving you work is to bless you by calling forth from you all that He sees in you. He designed you to meet your needs and the needs of others through your ability to work. These 6 keys are essential for the release of your potential. If you disregard even one of these principles, you will limit your potential because the violation of a law always incurs a penalty, and history has proven that these laws are true. Commit yourself today to practicing these keys so your potential will not die with you. And as we wrap up, remember, the journey may never be a straight line. It may be full of ups and downs, but that's okay because each circle takes us to new heights of understanding and insight. So with all my heart, I wish that every step you take towards the fulfillment of your potential is a celebration of the transformative power that resides within you. And may you continue to explore, learn, and grow, for the journey is as valuable as the destination we seek to reach. Be blessed, be bold, and be fearless in the name of Jesus Christ. Thank you. God bless you. See you next time.